has been requested.
Alright, T110E5 on Prokhorovka. This is actually one of my favorite strategies. It's one of the more fun maps to play because it's very simple. There's two options, one of them's the strongest, and it works well for any tank that has enough armor to brawl a little bit, but mostly has a great gun, something that can pick off enemies from medium to long distances and has enough alpha and penetration to really take advantage of just weird shots on enemy tanks. This map is not won by aggressive pushes and charges into opponents, it's won by attrition, so we're going to get comfy, we're going to sit on the ridge line, and we're going to camp there all the way in the middle of the map. And we're going to be safe from artillery for the most part of it. So, we're going to go through some explosions right here, which adds some cinematic effect. We're really going to push directly to the center of the map. There's a nice ridgeline that runs through horizontally across the EF line, and it provides a lot of shelter from artillery and from the tanks just around the map. So there's a right side and a left side. We're going on the left side because it will give us that early cover. The right side is a pretty poor position, but a lot of people get caught up in sitting there, just like the T110E5 on their team is going to. So we're pulling up into this position here. It creates a nice little cove. It has a sharp ridge, so artillery has a hard time dropping shots on you unless it's like a Conqueror gun carriage. And we're going to focus our attention on the hill. Pretty safe in every situation here, unless someone pops over the hill, in which case we're going to just quickly react, knowing 6 cents will off and pop a shot into them. We should win that trade, but we're really going to focus on the hill because enemies tend to like to push up the hill, especially the lesser skilled players in fairly healthy, heavy tanks. So, in this example, M41 will pump one shot into him, and then we'll watch him run away. Unfortunately, we might try one more shot, but it doesn't look like we're going to hit him. So, sails right clean on by, and he's going to take off down the hill like he really should. He was in a pretty aggressive position there, but so was our light tank. So, in this position here, we're safe from the front. We're making sure artillery, if we do get a quick shot into us, will hit the front of our tank rather than the nice meaty side. But directly behind us right now, there's a ridge. No one from the east side, the west side of the map is going to be able to hit us, so we're safe. Focusing on the hill, it's going to be a very long, very quiet front for the next little while because no one's going to pop up. But that's okay because our hill team's fairly entrenched. Our west team is doing a good job of not dying. We do get a good shot into a T-54 who did trigger our 6 cents and did give us time to react. But we're going to reset. We're going to pop back up into the hill, keep an eye on him in case he pops over again. But in general, we're going to avoid being shot at by artillery. So, going back up onto this ridge here makes it difficult to get shot by artillery. They might hit our cupola if they're lucky. But from the hill, we can get shot by the T110E5, so now we're going to face in that direction. I made a mistake here charging away from the T110E5. I charged into the rail line, which is an okay choice because it gets the other's gunfire, but it brings you over to this ridge right here, which is a lot more curved. So it gives the artillery the ability to curve shots over it and hit you directly in the face, which is going to happen in a couple seconds here. First, donked a shot into the T-54-1, but he died anyway to our light tank, which is more embarrassing. I pop up here to try and shoot the IS-3 and try and take out our roof that's in my way. The issue with that is that I'm going to turn my turret just in time to get hit by the L261. That was the biggest misplay I made here. I got aggressive in a position that doesn't work with the strength of my tank. My tank has armor, but not really against artillery who are firing HE at me. Should pop directly back into my left little alcove where I have better shots on my IS-3 and I can be taking advantage of his open position there. And then take advantage of his open position up there and just wait out the rest of the game. It makes more sense for me as a heavy tank and someone with a good gun to save myself at the end of the game because there's always the balance of playing for yourself and playing for your team. In this case, I am playing for my team, I am keeping myself alive, and I'm a very powerful tank. I'm taking shots when I have them, but I'm ensuring that I don't need an early grave, which will give the enemy such a big HP advantage. We have a great HP advantage over them right now. In playing for myself, saving myself at the end of the game is great because it'll give me easier shots into meaty tanks that will give me the win rate that I want in order to reach my win goals. A lot of this game is about people's goals and the numbers that they want to achieve, and I'm guilty of that as well. So, we're saving ourselves. I don't care anything about the T110E5. I'm focusing on the hill. The T110E5 can't hurt me, and if he does spot me, I'll know about it. So, IS-3 pops up, I go for a shot, and I bounced him. That's okay, because I know he's going to pop up again. So, now we have a T110E5 we can shoot at. I'm going to load up my round, kind of pop up and get a decent shot at him, and then I do get to pen through the side, which is good. So, in the next span of 2 minutes, we're going to get a lot of damage put in there, which is going to take this game from a mediocre looking game if we're watching the damage counter at the top right, to what is a pretty decent, just all-arounder pattern game. So, I always try and hit about 2k win 8. It's not amazing, I'm not an amazing player, but it does make it easier for me to achieve those numbers. So, again, not popping over the hill. I'm going to get shot by everything over there. There's still tanks in the little valley there. I'm safe from them here, and I know my team is going to push forward, so I wait. Prokhorovka is about waiting, and that's why people don't like it very much, because it's a game of waiting. And I do get a little bit ballsy here trying to take out this tank, trying to save our teammate, but then I notice the T125 is doing the same thing, and I don't want to run into him. He can shoot me, and I don't want to have to deal with losing a bunch of health right now. So I go back to thinking with the IS-3 and the T125 on the hill, which are much better options for me in this circumstance. So keep myself centered to Artie in case they spotted me. Almost certain they didn't because I have 6 cents. But the T125 died to our artillery, so now I get to focus solely on the hill. Cheeky medium tank, get a shot into him, totally fine with me. Spot the IS-3, he's facing directly at us, which is kind of what we wanted to do, because now we're distracting him from focus on the hill, and he's kind of got himself into a trap. So our trap has been sprung, we have them all kind of surrounded. Our team is definitely going to win this game, even though it's only 6-3. We have a massive health advantage over them, and we're just going to load up some cheeky heat rounds at some point, just so we can confirm our damage numbers, because all we care about is damage. I don't care about winning the game. I don't care about people on the internet's opinion on gold rounds, because they're in the game, I have the money for them, I'm going to buy them. So, fired a couple more shots into this guy, heading him straight through the front with our heat rounds. He can't see me, and that's kind of the key here. He has no idea, well, he probably knows we're here, but he has no idea where exactly I am. He can't retaliate, so in staying in this position, he stayed safe. We're not going to pop directly over this hill into the gap zone to try and get damage, because we know that there's not likely anything in there. There might be an artillery, in which case we will take a shot at him, while really searching down those last 2 non-artillery tanks. So, 261, let's get some cheeky revenge on him. Pop a shot into him, but his health is so low now that it's not worth us taking another shot. So we're going for the ISU, who has the health to give us our numbers. So we're going to pop up, take a shot at him, and try and reload in time to get a second one. We're not going to chase anyone else down. So, key to this game, be patient. Sit in this position that's strong for your tank, and don't let anybody aggravate you into getting into a position that doesn't suit your strengths. Your goal here is to stay alive and get as much damage as possible so that you can aid your team in the end game. So, this has been Snazzy Tank. I'd appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe, whatever you want to do. Share it with your friends. I don't really care. I have fun making these, so thanks.